mine.
Oh no, too stinky.
Hey Bluey fans, have you ever caught those tiny animation slip-ups hiding in the background of your favorite Healer family adventures? Even though Bluey is one of the most beloved shows around, no one's perfect. And that includes the animation team. So, let's take a closer look at some funny and sometimes sneaky mistakes, which might just make you see your favorite episodes in a whole new way.
No, I don't want to get out.
Let's start with serious shadow sorcery from the episode Obstacle Course. In this episode, there's a moment during the training montage where Bluey approaches a ladder. At first, there is no shadow under her at all, which already feels a little off. But then, as she climbs up, a shadow finally appears. Okay, maybe the sun just showed up late? But here's where it gets crazy. When Bluey climbs down and moves away from the ladder, her shadow stays behind for a split second. Yes, it just hangs there like it forgot to follow her. For one moment, it actually looks like she has two shadows. Is Bluey secretly mastering shadow clones? Or did someone on the animation team forget to clean up the extra layer? In the episode Puppets, Unicorse falls madly in love with Chili the moment their eyes meet. As he floats dramatically toward her in classic Unicorse fashion, something absolutely bonkers happens. His beard detaches from his face. Yes, his actual beard pops off his chin like it just couldn't handle the romance. We had to rewind this scene 3 times because we couldn't believe it. Did Unicorse fall so hard in love that even his facial hair bailed out? It's hands down one of the funniest errors in the show. Get ready to gasp, because in the episode Hotel, Bluey gives Bandit a tour of their pretend hotel, starting at door number 1. There's a framed photo of Bandit and Chili on vacation right next to it, which looks super sweet, but wait for it. When they reach door number 6, the one that's supposed to be the bathroom, the same exact vacation photo shows up again. Same pose, same frame, same everything. We literally paused the episode in disbelief. Maybe the healers loved that trip so much they framed it twice, or maybe someone on the animation team hit copy and paste a little too quickly. Either way, once you spot it, you'll never unsee it. This one makes zero sense. In Asparagus, Bluey uses her magic veggie wand to turn Bandit into a peacock. Everything's going great until Bandit starts spinning around to show off his tail. As he twirls, the black patch of fur on his back magically jumps to the front of his chest. It just slides over like it was pulled by invisible hands. We couldn't believe what we were seeing. Did the asparagus mess with his fur too? Or is this just a sneaky animation goof hiding in plain sight? It's subtle, but once you notice it, you won't stop watching for more fur swaps.
I brought the tablets so you kids could play computer games.
Hey, computer game!
In episode Dirt, Judo is upset because she is not allowed to play in the mud. Later, her mom, Wendy, comes over to comfort her by sitting on the stairs, but looking closely, her tail actually clips straight through the steps like it is not even there. At first, we thought our eyes were playing tricks on us, but after rewinding a few times, it was clearly a glitch. It is quick, but once you see it, it is impossible to ignore. And now, every time we watch that scene, we can't help but stare at the tail. You are going to be confused by this one.
What is that?
Oh no! We gotta go!
In the episode Smoochy Kiss, there is a scene where Bandit walks into the laundry room. The hot tap is clearly on the left side, just like you would expect. But when he exits the room just seconds later, the hot tap has somehow jumped to the right. How did that happen? Did someone sneak in and swap the plumbing in the middle of the scene? Or did the animators just accidentally flip the shot? Either way, once you notice it, you can't help but laugh. This next one is just plain weird.
I've never heard of him. Now, don't call me again.
During the episode Tradies, you can see a house in the background when the workers are fixing something in the healer's yard. At the start, the house is far off to the right side, behind a tree. But as the scene continues, the house slowly starts to move closer, like it is sliding across the ground. Now, unless the healer family lives in a neighborhood full of mobile homes, this is definitely a background error. Fans who love finding these details have paused and compared scenes to be sure. And yes, the house really does shift.
Dad, am I different like Chunky is?
Huh? Yeah, well, no.
This one is easy to miss, but it is so interesting once you catch it. In Zoo, there is a scene where Bingo is feeling sad because she lost her big blue gorilla. She is sitting on her bed, and if you look closely, you will notice a lowercase b carved into the bottom of the bed frame. But when Chili walks in to comfort her just a few seconds later, that lowercase b is now a capital B. It is such a small change, but it makes you wonder how many other tiny shifts are hiding in plain sight across the show.
Come on, Bluey. Roll over.
In the episode Hotel, when Bluey and Bingo are standing at the top of the stairs near the laundry basket, there is a beach photo framed on the wall. Everything looks normal, but in the very next shot, that same frame now shows a photo of Bluey instead of the beach. And if that wasn't strange enough, the background wall color also changes. This is one of those moments where you suddenly realize the set itself has shifted without warning.
Only on one end, so you can have the other end. But I'm not allowed that. Why not?
Despite watching this episode so many times, we just noticed this recently. This one might be the most confusing of them all. In Yoga Ball, the kids are playing an adventure game where Bandit rolls a giant ball toward them like he is chasing them through a cave. Bluey makes a big leap into the next room, and Bingo runs past the doorway. But then something happens that makes no sense. As the ball rolls forward, Bingo suddenly appears closer to the doorway again, even though she already ran past it. We actually rewound this part 3 times just to be sure. Unless Bingo has unlocked teleportation powers, this is a clear animation mistake that makes your brain spin. The next one will completely catch you off guard. During Fairies, Bandit saves the day with an enthusiastic Irish jig. Everything's fine until he picks up Bingo, and suddenly, the fur above his eyes disappears completely. His eyebrows just vanish, and if that wasn't strange enough, a second later, Bingo actually clips through Bandit's nose while they're dancing. We had to pause and replay this moment several times because it was just so bizarre. Is this fairy magic gone haywire? Or just one of those tiny glitches that slipped through? Hold on to your tails. This one breaks all the phone rules.
Boom boom and nappy. Thanks, Big Daddy.
In Bob Bilby, when Chili takes a selfie with the class puppet, the back flash of her phone lights up while she's using the front camera. That's physically impossible in real life. We had to rewind it multiple times because it's just so bizarre. How did this slip past the animators because even cartoon dogs should know how phone cameras work? You guys are going to be shocked when you see this. This next one is going to make you jump out of your seat.
Well, Snickers, it's pretty wild out here.
In dance mode, when Chili activates dance mode on Bandit, something hilarious happens in the background. There's a character holding an envelope, and they start dancing too. The envelope moves back and forth like it's in sync with Bandit. How many times have you watched this episode without noticing this sneaky background dancer? This one will make you scratch your head.
I've got one toffee apple left.
In Cricket, during snack time, Chloe's mom is sitting on a bench, but her legs are facing one way, and her upper body is twisted completely the other. It's a total contortionist move, so unless she's secretly training for the dog circus, there's something seriously off with this animation. This one is going to leave you scratching your head.
Come on, Bingo, help me.
Ooh, a massage. Why, thank you. Yeah.
In Seesaw, something truly bizarre happens with the playground equipment. When Bluey slides down and bumps into Bandit, the handle that should be between them completely disappears. Then, when the girls sit opposite Bandit, the handle is still gone, but wait. When Chloe arrives to help, the handle mysteriously reappears. How does a solid metal handle just vanish and reappear like that? This one made us completely speechless.
Hey, Dad, can I help you now?
Did you clean up the zoo hospital?
No, I want to help with the cane.
Get ready for some sticker magic because in one of the episodes called Duck Cake, Bandit shows Bluey a full sheet of Gold Star stickers. However, just moments later when they're in the kitchen, one sticker is mysteriously missing. Before you know it, Bandit walks back into the living room holding a full sheet again. We almost choked on our drinks when we saw this. Are these stickers self-regenerating, or did Bandit secretly have a backup sheet? Either way, this animation blunder will have you counting stars. You're not going to believe this one.
Oh, what was that?
In Rug Island, when Bandit returns to civilization and watches the girls from his house, there's a tree clearly visible in the background. But then, blink and you'll miss it. The tree completely vanishes. Blink again, and bam! It's back in the exact same spot. We had to pause and rub our eyes because we couldn't believe it. Unless the healers have discovered quantum tree technology, this animation mistake will leave you questioning the laws of nature in their backyard. This next one might be a bit subtle, but it's a bizarre little detail. In Shadowlands, pay close attention to Coco while she's chatting with Bluey and Snickers. She has 2 eyelashes on the side of her eye, but hold on. Just a few shots later, one of those eyelashes disappears, and a few seconds after that, the second eyelash magically returns like nothing ever happened. We had to triple check this one. Is Coco secretly an eyelash magician, or did the animators lose track of their counts? Once you notice Coco's ever-changing eyelashes, you'll never be able to unsee it.
And a giant popcorn.
And a small popcorn.
Aww.
Now this one is a real game changer. In cinema, when the healers first walk in to buy tickets and popcorn, the wall behind the counter is red with 2 movie posters, one of a dog version of Princess Peach, and the other giving off major rom-com vibes. But here's the kicker. When they step out mid-movie for snack refills, that same wall has completely transformed into a vibrant purple. And that's not all. The movie posters have changed too. Now we've got a cute bee poster and a canine detective film. How in the world did the theater undergo such a fast makeover mid-movie? Furthermore, in the same cinema episode, there's a drink fridge that appears in both popcorn scenes. It's definitely the same fridge, with green bottles on top, yellow bottles on the bottom, and a $4 sign on the top shelf. But if you look closely at the fridge's interior, you'll notice something strange. In the first scene, the fridge is completely clean with no pricing signs inside. But when they return, there's suddenly a $4 sign inside the fridge as well. We had to rewind this one 4 times to make sure we weren't imagining things. Did the fridge decide to advertise more mid-movie? You guys are not going to believe this next one.
Hey, do you mind?
Oh no, too stinky.
In Facy Talk, when Muffin refuses to give Stripe his phone back and they chase each other around the balcony, something impossible happens. The phone goes flying through the air, but when it shows the video call, the balcony is completely empty. Where did everyone go? We literally saw Muffin, Stripe, and Trixie standing there just seconds ago. We had to rewind and rub our eyes in disbelief. Did they all suddenly develop invisibility powers? Or did the animators forget to add them into the phone screen view? Hold on to your tails because this one is wild. In Phones, while Bluey and Bingo are playing with their cardboard phones in the tent, there's a green crocodile toy that can't decide whether it wants to be in the scene or not. One moment, it's sitting in a nearby box, then it completely vanishes, only to reappear a moment later. We nearly fell off our couch when we saw this disappearing act. This crocodile toy must have some serious magic powers to teleport in and out of existence between shots. This next one is so subtle yet strange. In Wagon Ride, when Bandit stops to chat with Chloe's mom and Bingo hops off the wagon, her back fur suddenly changes color to match her head fur. It's like her fur pattern forgot which layer it was meant to be for a split second. We had to pause and go frame by frame to confirm we weren't seeing things. This animation hiccup happens so fast that you might have missed it completely. And just to really blow your mind, let's go back to that cinema counter one more time. Not only did the wall color and posters change, but if you take a closer look at the counter, you'll notice that the items are arranged completely differently between visits. The candy display, the register position, everything's been moved around. Unless the cinema staff has superhuman speed and redesign skills, this has to be one of the most comprehensive animation errors in the whole series. Once you start comparing these 2 scenes side by side, you'll find even more differences. You won't believe what happens in Bus. When Bingo tosses her pretend bus fare as a granny passenger, we can clearly count 7 coins hitting the ground. But when the camera cuts back just seconds later, 1 coin has completely disappeared. We had to count twice to make sure we weren't mistaken. Did that coin roll away to start a new life? Once you spot this vanishing act, you'll find yourself counting coins every time you rewatch this episode. Truth be told, you guys are not going to believe how detailed this next error is. In the beach, when Bluey encounters a pelican, we see her reflection in its eye with her mouth open in amazement. But in the very next frame, her mouth is suddenly closed. There's no transition, her expression just instantly changes. We had to rewind this scene 5 times to confirm it. This split-second reflection error is so tiny, yet it's so noticeable once you spot it. This one defies the laws of physics. In Takeaway, when Bingo spits spicy food all over both sides of Bandit's face, he somehow cleans his entire face with just one arm swipe.
Hey, my dinner!
Too spicy!
We were shocked when we saw this because how did he reach both cheeks in one motion when his snout should have blocked half his face? Unless Bandit has secretly mastered some elastic face cleaning technique, this has to be one of the most physically impossible animation errors in the show. Hold on to your tails because this one's bizarre. During the emotional rocket scene in space, Mackenzie's eyebrows completely vanish mid-scene.
Oh, okay. Are you sure we can't go to the black hole?
No, it doesn't have aliens.
One moment, they're there, conveying all his vulnerability, and the next, poof, they're gone. We couldn't believe our eyes when we caught this. How does someone just lose their eyebrows during one of the most emotional moments? Once you notice this, you'll never watch space the same way again. You won't believe what happens in Seesaw. When Bluey calls Coco to help take down Bandit, she arrives with her signature stylish eyelashes.
Is your frizzy hair very heavy? Yeah? Good, come on. I brought Coco. Hooray!
But wait for it. When Pom Pom shows up seconds later, Coco's lashes completely disappear. Is there some kind of facial feature thief running around the playground? First Mackenzie's eyebrows, now Coco's lashes. What's next? The next one will make you question physics itself. In the beach, Bluey apparently has supernatural powers because she literally phases through a chair.
I am the mermaid who's got her legs!
We are not exaggerating. She walks right through solid objects like some kind of ghost dog. And if you slow down the footage, her eye actually vanishes during this glitch. Is Bluey secretly training to be the next Marvel superhero? Hold on to your tails because the beach errors continue. When Bingo is building sand legs on Bluey, both girls suddenly have blue eyebrows. But wait, didn't Chili just paint Bluey's eyebrows yellow earlier in the same episode? We had to do a double take when we caught this continuity error. Did that sunscreen come with some kind of magical color-changing properties? This eyebrow identity crisis happened so fast you probably missed it completely. The next one is absolutely wild. In Tickle Crabs, when Bandit's dodging his kids on the counter, he tosses fruit from a basket. But then the fruit instantly vanishes mid-air. One frame the fruit exists, the next frame it's gone.
These Tickle Crabs are smart! If only I had a true love to come to my rescue!
Did the animators just give up halfway through? Or does the healer house have some kind of fruit-eating black hole? This disappearing act happens so fast, it's easy to miss. In the episode named Hotel, during Bandit and Bluey's playtime, Bandit's tail completely disappears. One moment he's spinning on the bed with his tail, and the next, poof, no tail at all.
Hey, Pillow, get back here! Now stay there, Pillow.
We were rubbing my eyes in disbelief because how does a dog just forget his tail? This is like Bandit trying to be authoritative without his signature tail wag. Once you catch this vanishing tail act, you'll never unsee it. In the episode called Hotel, when Chili tries to wipe sweat from her forehead, the sweat droplets completely defy physics. Instead of properly dripping down her face, they clip straight through her arm. This isn't your ordinary cartoon sweat, it's some kind of interdimensional moisture that refuses to follow the laws of gravity. The next one will shock you. In the creek, our sports-loving friend Mackenzie briefly appears with a completely black head. But wait, Mackenzie always has a distinctive white spot on his head.
The creek! Ooh.
It happens so fast you'd miss it if you blink, but freeze frame at the right moment and boom, his white spot has vanished. Did Mackenzie go into stealth mode for this creek adventure, or did the animators forget his signature marking? Anyhow, let's move on to the next. During Pirate, when Bandit's swinging in the hammock with the girls, his two ears suddenly merge into one. Is this some kind of mystical pirate transformation power?
Down the throat they slid!
Right into the well!
1 second he has normal dog ears, and the next, they've fused together like he's evolving into a unicorn-dog hybrid. This ear-merging mishap happens so fast you probably missed it entirely. Hold on to your tails because this one's hilarious. In Baracus and Bumpy, Chef Muffin's hat goes completely rogue in the final scene. It suddenly slides way too far down her face, covering one eye completely, while leaving the other awkwardly peeking out above the hat.
Why don't you try the wise old wolfhound, Bluey?
Barnacus.
Barnacus?
How is Muffin supposed to see what she's cooking with a hat malfunction like this? This wonky chef hat placement makes the final scene even funnier than intended. The final error will make you question everything you know about Bluey's bedroom. In Keepy Uppy, when Bluey wakes up and gets out of bed, her pillow has completely vanished. We were surprised when we noticed this. Bluey's bed always has a pillow. It's a bedroom staple. Did Chili forget to put it there? Did it get kicked off during the night? Or did the animator simply forget to draw it? This missing pillow mystery might seem small, but once you notice it, you'll check for it every time Bluey's bedroom appears. The next one will shock you. In Trampoline, when Bluey dives onto the trampoline, something magical happens. The spot on her back literally jumps to her belly. Did her spot get extra bouncy from all that trampoline action? This spot teleportation happens so fast you'd miss it by blinking. You guys are going to be divided on this next one. During Ghost Basket, when Bandit's playing a state agent, a weird line suddenly appears under his eye. Is it supposed to be part of his expression? After careful frame-by-frame analysis, we're pretty sure it's an animation error because the line doesn't match his facial movement at all, and when edited out, his expression looks completely normal. This tiny facial glitch is so subtle yet so strange once you notice it. The final error will make you question reality itself. In Favorite Thing, Bingo's plate starts with 4 cherry tomatoes. One falls on the floor, another splashes on Bandit's head, leaving just 2 tomatoes. But when the camera angle changes, boom! There are suddenly 4 tomatoes again. We were absolutely stunned when we caught this tomato multiplication. Either these are magic self-replicating tomatoes, or someone on the animation team forgot to keep count. The last one you have to see because it's one of the funniest animation flubs in Bluey. Remember that scene in Pirate where Bandit's playing in the hammock with the kids? When he swings it really hard, his ears glitch for a split second and merge together. Suddenly, our favorite Blue Healer dad looks like he's rocking a single unicorn horn. It happens so fast you'll miss it if you blink, but once you see it, you'll be hitting rewind over and over. Classic Bandit, even animation errors make him funnier. Turns out even Bluey's animators have their "oh biscuits" moments. Which of these goofs surprised you most? Let us know below, and if you spot any others, shout them out. We'll be over here rewatching the unicorn moment for the 20th time.